So, before we start, did you have like any thoughts that you wanted to share on your ideas of what's going on so far?
Um, yeah, I felt like we talked about that a little bit, and then I quite remember what I said. Um, but it was mostly just stuff involved like how much of the series so far has been a fabrication and how much of it's actually been real. And I think what I said was, I think what we've seen so far up into what we've seen so far in the third episode has all been a story, but I still think one and two were probably they actually happened.
Oh, thank you for the bits, Justin. Very much appreciated. And yeah, you did say that, and there was something that happened that made me say, you know what? I really think that you're definitely onto something there. Let me see if I can find it, the chat.
One
Uh,
one of the reasons I am mostly sticking with that is because of the abrupt change in how the backgrounds look.
mhm, mhm.
They up the ones in the third episode so far. They obviously looked like hand drawn, like they were hand illustrated, and it was shown that they had someone working doing art for their little story. When the other two episodes, they looked very minimalistic and sterile.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's one of the biggest reasons I think that is the visual cues. I mean, of course, I'm not like I'm gonna go down with this theory. Obviously, this game is really good at just throwing weird shit at you and being like, "Oh, okay, nothing." I suddenly understand nothing. So, but I'll run with that for now.
Yeah, and I found a thing that also like made me feel that that you had a strong point there because if we assume that Charles is more lucid and is telling us what's quote unquote real, then we have confirmation that at least the scene where Charlotte gets her haircut in the second game actually happened.
Hmm.
Get out of here, Justin. But what was an idea that there was something I was thinking of earlier that I also wanted to sort of talk about. Oh, right. Okay, so at the end of the second game, we get that scene in which the Umbrella Man, who I think is connected to Charles, didn't he say
Uh,
like his name is Charles?
yeah, I'm starting to realize that I'm thinking maybe that they might be maybe if not the same person, but definitely connected.
Yeah.
Uh, which is funny because I sort of took over his voice because he's like the main character, as
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
I took over his voice because I assumed he was Charlotte, and then
We
he
just
was
rolled
not.
with it. But yeah, like there was that scene at the very end of Hello Charlotte 2 in which he's talking to Seth and he is ask why are the emotes in Twitch so creepy? Like that smiley face doesn't have to be that creepy.
Clearly, it does because it works.
But yeah, he's talking to Seth and he's like, are you not satisfied with this ending? What will you do to be able to give Charlotte another chance? And so, we agree to give up our name and who we are. And he says that Charlotte will now grow up without us, or, our kind and wise guidance, which is probably why this Charlotte is so different because she never
Mm,
had Seth in her life.
right.
And that kind of feels to me a bit like a commentary. So far, when it first started, I made the joke of I'm not a Tumblrite, but so far it actually does seem to be going in that course and criticizing a lot of things that we. No, I don't want to. Criticizing a lot of sort of the mentality that you see on Tumblr. And one thing that's always like irritated me a lot that I don't see addressed as often is how coddling it can be and
Uh huh.
how counter to growth it can be. Be-
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
as sweet and lovable as the Charlotte in the first two games is, she had no sense of self. She never took care of herself. She always let other people use and walk all over her and was ever the martyr, which
And and she wouldn't make her own decisions. Like,
Exactly.
especially with that one part with Vincent, where he's asking her, to take the pills. At that, even then, she doesn't make that decision. She asks Seth to do it instead.
Yeah, even though C directly said, "I want you to make this decision yourself."
Yeah,
So I kind of feel it's saying that having a figure like Seth in your life isn't necessarily a good thing because there is an extreme of trying
yeah,
too hard to shelter someone.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, those were just I just thought it'd be nice to like have a moment to actually breathe and just unload our thoughts for the audience. When there was also one other thing that I wanted to show you. So, I've been trying to fix the audio from like the last stream since you were barely readable. I mean,
Oh, really?
hearable. And so I was like replaying the game to, see what music was playing when, so I could insert it and all of that. And there was a piece of dialogue that we missed that is very, very interesting.
Oh,
So I'm just
really?
gonna quickly show it. It's right before we go in to do like the White Society meeting, the first execution. And
Oh,
here, check this out. Good luck on the show.
yeah. Thanks.
Not feeling like it today.
Nah, I'm just sleepy.
How about taking a break then?
Why? These people only need new scapegoats to blame for their own inability to change. So they'll eat up my words anyway.
Yep.
Oh.
So I just find that very interesting because it shows that Charlotte herself doesn't buy into this bullshit, but she's still leading other people on for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do you want me to keep doing Charles?
I guess I'll take over, and then you can take the other characters. Yeah. All right. Did we look at everything in here? I'm not sure. I turned the PC off. I should check on Mother. Mother. Inside is a wallet with Father's money.
Taking his shit.
It's our only stable source of income. Yeah, I think we. A small box with old toys stuffed inside. I still can't bring myself to throw them away. An old sofa to sleep on. Okay. A small kitchen. Father's room. He won't be coming back. A bathroom. Mother's room. Enter.
Snoop, snoop, snoop.
A stack of romance novels with obnoxious titles inside. The clothes inside are neatly folded. Looks like Mom hasn't touched these for a while. My drawings from art school hang on the wall. Sometimes they fall off and I tape them back on. It's dark outside. Mom says these drawings lift up her mood, so I ended up not throwing them away. The pill bin is half empty. Mom has been taking more pills than Has Mom been taking more pills than she was prescribed? Hello, Mom. Slept well?
Yeah. I always sleep well.
Why don't we have a fancy dinner tomorrow? I can make your favorite dish. I saved up some money from the freelance work, so you don't have to worry about the cost of the ingredients.
I'm sorry. I don't feel like getting up.
It's okay. I'll bring it to your room and we'll eat together, okay?
Alright. Don't be too hard on yourself. I know you're trying your best.
Aw. Right, Mother.
You're such a good girl.
She's looking at me, but all she sees is Scarlet Eyler, the child that never was. This might be Charlotte again.
There are needle marks in my hand.
Awake already.
Charles, you're here.
Hi there. Feeling comfortable?
As if. I was assaulted, drugged, and got stained on this. Ooh. I was assaulted, drugged, and got stained in this ugly blue.
It's alright, she was knocked out. She's still getting her bearings. Well, that's unfortunate.
Dick. Someone laid with me against my will. And the symptoms I'm experiencing are definitely from drug overdose. I can barely move.
I see. You were out of it when I found you, so I made sure to watch over you.
What a creep!
This hurts my feelings. Look at my hurt face.
It wasn't you who did it, right, Mr. C?
Me? Gods, no. Never. Believe me, the last thing I want to do is get inside your head.
Good. Help me get up, will you? I can't feel my limbs.
Sure, sure. Anything for you, Miss Wiltshire. Ah. Can we get in anywhere else? That's going back.
I'll manage from here on.
Not even a thank you.
Go to hell.
How sweet. Well then, good night. Welcome home, Miss Wiltshire.
Alright, and you're back. Get me to bed.
Anything you wish.
Yay, Princess Carrie. Thank God we brainwashed him.
I see that's still a thing in this timeline. Here we are.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, the tenants have made you a hot drink.
Oh, bring it to me. I could use some tea right now.
Tea.
Aiden leaves the room and returns with a small tray.
Here you go, milady.
Thanks. Good night, Aiden.
Sleep well, Miss Wiltshire.
I drink the tea.
Tea?
I die.
I
Moments later, my vision starts to blur. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Who's surprised? Give a creepy smiley face.
My insides ache terribly. It hurts.
Chapter 2 end. All together, friends forever. Miss Wiltshire, answer me truthfully. Do you think free will exists?
What kind of question is that? If you're simply curious of my opinion, just get to the point.
So straightforward, aren't you? Very well. Let me start from afar. This world is swarming with parasites. Tiny, invisible, tenacious. Once they outwit your immune system, they eat you from the inside. Use you as an incubator for its offspring. Control your mind and alter your personality. What if I said that everyone in the house hosted a parasite in their heads?
What are you getting at?
A parasite's goal is reproduction, right? Our parasite is no different. However, the house's inhabitants are only its intermediate hosts. Its final goal is to infect the people from the outside, the audience itself. That's why, using all of us, it creates a story. An impactful story that would carry over into the world behind the screen. But not all stories leave a lasting impression, so they're created over and over again, and again, and again, until there's a whole franchise, until there's a combination of events and relationships that work, until there's a story that'll succeed in infecting the minds of the audience, who will, in turn, create something of their own. Production for the sake of reproduction. Creation for the sake of recreation.
It's fandom.
The scariest thing of all. Miss Wiltshire, if I told you this was the reality of our existence, what would you do?
Tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I can see it.
The marks on my hand are gone. It's a new body. Success! Of course the tea was poisoned. I knew it. But there's no way I'd recover this fast if I didn't die. I should go wash my face. Bathroom first. Bennett? Are you dead?
Go away, human maggot.
What a meanie. Oh! Don't tell me you're going through withdrawal syndrome.
Leave me alone, don't you see
So disgusting. Were you supposed to be a comic relief character? Where did that go? Oh, I know! It's all because of the regular soap intakes, isn't it? Anyone can be manically happy forever when they're brain dead, right?
Wiltshire. Last warning.
Yeah, right. You hate me. But it doesn't really matter. You can't kill me anyway.
No, but I can torture you and tear off your limbs. One by one.
Oh no! Bennett is so scary. Are those the kinds of jobs you do for Dr. Huxley? Yet, he failed to raise a mindless killing machine out of you. Bennett is in front of me in a flash. With a loud thud, my head gets slammed against the wall. I slide down the bathroom wall, leaving a trail of blood. You really have no self-control when you're sober.
This much shouldn't kill you.
See, I was right. You're softer than you want to appear to be.
Wiltshire.
Then his form becomes blurry and I black out. When I wake up, the room is dark. My head aches and my hands are sticky from red blood. I'm disgusting. There's someone else in the room. Charles?
Bingo.
What are you doing here?
Did you like destroy? Did he stuff Bennett in the toilet?
No, I think that's Charlotte.
Oh,
That's
okay. Looking after you.
Then treat my wounds, asshat.
No can do. You're dirty and I'm squeamish.
God, you're so useless.
You can get Mr. Honecker to treat you.
He won't. I replaced his favorite cereal with dried bloodworms the other day.
You did what?
Forget it.
That was a funny voice clip. He couldn't catch a break, huh? Yeah, he was just like, ah, rah, rah. More importantly, how long do you plan to provoke the tenant for attention until they actually kill you?
Forever, probably. Or however long my lifespan lasts. How old am I, actually? 5?
Actually, 3.
Well, there you go.
Miss Wiltshire, I'm sorry for lecturing you, but you spend too many spare vessels. Your lifespan might be greatly shortened if... Ah, she killed herself with a toothbrush.
Charles, look who's got a new body. I'm whiter than ever before.
What was I talking about?
Alright, I'm gonna be late for school. I don't knock. Aiden is sewing together another doll of his. Aiden! What are you up to? Taxidermy again? Don't you get tired of it? Aiden doesn't reply, his bottomless eyes fixated on the corpse on the table. Aiden, talk to me. Or I'll poke out your eyes.
I'm a dirty brother killer.